Vaccine mandate halted. President Biden's rule is stopped by a St. Louis judge.
People have had enough of the government locking people down. They've had enough of the government instituting mask mandates. They've had enough of the government instituting vaccine requirements.
Who no longer has to get the shots and why?
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Today's ruling means that the government can no longer require workers at 76,000 healthcare facilities to get vaccinated. But that doesn't mean they won't have to get the shot. 5 on your side's Holden Kurwicki joins us now live on the fallout of today's decision. Holden?
Well, Ann, the Biden administration continues to contend that federal rules supersede state policies and are essential to slowing the pandemic. But a federal judge says the president can't attempt to dictate the private medical decisions of millions of Americans without consulting Congress.
Just 1 week before it was set to take effect, a federal judge sided with 10 states and shot down a coronavirus vaccine mandate impacting more than 17 million healthcare workers nationwide.
These mandates sound like a good idea, but here in flyover country, we've had enough. And we're going to fight back every single time they try to take our freedoms away.
In granting an injunction, St. Louis-based U.S. District Judge Matthew Schelp ruled that the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid had no clear authority to enact the mandate, which Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt called a clear overreach of government.
This is about individual freedom, this is about individual rights, and we've succeeded in persuading the court that this mandate violated all of those tenets.
While the court noted that the mandate could cause a loss of staff, it doesn't stop private employers from setting their own standards.
Individual companies and healthcare leaders and others can put in place requirements in order to protect their workforce. That's something that a number of companies, a number of healthcare providers across the country have done and done successfully.
That includes some of St. Louis's largest healthcare systems, such as BJC, SSM, and Mercy, who won't be impacted by the decision.
We're obviously going to abide by the law and fight any efforts in court or otherwise to prevent local authorities, officials, leaders in the healthcare industry and other industries from protecting their workforces.
But I think people have had enough of the government locking people down. They've had enough of the government instituting mask mandates. They've had enough of the government instituting vaccine requirements. And so every time there's an overreach, we're going to push back. And I think today's evidence that we're going to win those fights.
Attorney General Schmitt says he expects the Department of Justice to appeal this decision and that he believes this case could wind up in front of the Supreme Court. Ann?